Office is more than an office now. It's not a box you fit into. It's something that has to entice you to stay. And I think what you're saying is emotional. It needs to care about who's in it. It's not just walls that you're in for 8 hours a day. It's something that you want to be in and you feel it looks after you as much as you're putting in the effort. I think it's that harmony between, yes, it's 4 walls and a desk, but actually there's so much more to it emotionally that you need to feel productive in the day.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, welcome to Space by Stansons. I'm chatting to Tia Brooks, Peldon Rose, interior designer.
Yeah.
Job role.
Yeah, within the landlord team.
Within the landlord team, right, there we go. So she was a mixed 30 under 30 this year. And we've got Hannah, is it Carson?
Yes, it is.
Reframe. Strategist. I finally think, well, the bottom of your email signature.
Hannah, whatever, yeah.
Strategist at Moser.
I am indeed.
Boom. So we got brilliant names here and like Rising Stars 2025 design and really exciting. We're just doing this whole mini series, like picking into like the next gen, how the office is going to be. And I just love how these guys are just so casual and they just know what's coming up and they're shaping the future. So hearing from them is massive. So I'm going to really like get under the skin, but kicking off. Welcome, girls. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
You're very welcome. So what is it like when you got the under 30? Like the award came through, do you know it was coming? Was it a complete shock?
Complete shock for me. Yeah, my boss nominated me and I had no idea. And then I think there was like a few months passed and then I got the email and I was shocked. Yeah, it was wicked though. Really toned. No idea. I think they didn't want to tell me just in case it didn't work out. So yeah, I was really, really chuffed. It was cool.
Amazing. What did you do? What's the first thing you did?
Told my team and they were very supportive and emailed my boss who's on mat leave and said thanks for the nom.
Did you go mental?
I
You
did
early
after the event. Yeah, I thought I'd wait until the day, got the award, and then had a good celebration. It's cool.
Do you know what you're nominated? Do you know why you win it? Like, do you know what the circular project doesn't?
Don't really know. I think
It's about the person. So it's not actually about a project in such. It's more about how you contribute to the like community or industry. I did kind of know. The way it kind of runs, what we did was they kind of pick someone internally that they want to kind of give this kind of recognition to. And I got that email and I just remember turning to my boss and going, shut up. Like, is this happening? And she was like, yeah, like, obviously it's not yet, but we want to put you forward. And I was like,
oh,
okay. Like, absolute
Great.
like, excitement.
So how did you have to wait?
That was 8 months before we found out.
no way.
Oh, way.
And it was like, do not say anything. So I was like, okay. And I'm kind of really excited, but couldn't tell anyone. And then we found out a few days before it went live. And again, really excited, but couldn't tell anyone. And then when the event happened, I think I told everyone, and anyone. I feel like I might have just gone, guess what? Even to like my family, they're like, what does that mean? I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I went a bit nuts on the social media. I thought, why not? Let's just get it out. LinkedIn, obviously, but then personal on Insta. It's got to be.
Does your mum like love it, or does she just ring you up about what this is?
Once I explained what it was, now she gets it. But in the beginning, she was like, what does this mean? I was like, it's just really good. Like, don't worry.
It means good things. I had a funny, someone thought it was Forbes 30 under 30. I was like, not yet, but slightly different.
Yeah. And you haven't got long, have you? But,
I know, we got to get cracking.
we actually had this discussion yesterday. Like, we should be like,
Gunning for the next one.
Like,
Come on.
30, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, dude, I've missed both of them both because I'm not 30. So
a few colleagues also said, is there going to be a 40 under 40, 50 under 50? So maybe we should go back to mix and say there's interest.
There's like quite a lot of people, doesn't it? Like 50 people.
Yeah.
There's probably not 50 people in the industry.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's a really young industry. Like really like female-led industry, right?
Definitely, I'd say so.
So like, I think 30 under 30 works.
Yes. Maybe let's keep it that.
20 under 20 would be wicked.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really interesting.
Yeah.
That would be better because I think like there's probably some real grads that just need a little bit of. Yeah, actually, how did you get on getting your job? Like when you came out graduating, how was that like?
So it was good. So I did a bit of work experience before graduating, and that was my intro to workplace strategy and design. Did that at KKS, who are KKS Savills, yeah. It's really sweet. I bumped into a few of them at the event, and yeah, it's because I was there for 2 summers before I graduated, so I was like really keen. I was like, this is the industry I want to be in, and from connections, I got my first job at Woodall's. Did I know?
Yeah, that's how
Yes,
where
that's
I
when we
first
met.
saw you. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
And then a couple of years passed, and then I was a designer at this point, so then went into design at Moser, and then a couple of years into that, I turned to be a strategist. That's me now.
So is it hard to get into Woodall's, like as a junior or whatever? Is that tough?
It was, yeah. I mean, I think I got lucky, as probably that's what everyone says with their first job, but it just hit COVID. It was I got my job October 2020, so I think COVID had just sort of settled in. So not many people were hiring, so it was quite a tough time, I think, for everyone who just graduated then. But yeah, I got lucky.
Oh, that's
Yeah, shout out to all them.
Thanks. So how is it for you getting into the industry?
I had quite a lot of, let's say, patchy experience. I actually went to Peldon Rose for 2 weeks when I was in high school for work experience. A really kind of random story. I knew someone at a barbecue, and they were like, hey, I know someone that works here. Your daughter likes, this is my mum as well, your daughter likes interior design. Does she want to try it, like, for 2 weeks? So I was like, okay. Me, like, 16, going into this place being like, wow, this is an office and this is what's going on. And I just love the environment. Like, we're in a completely different building now, we've renovated, but the people there, like, genuinely didn't disregard me. It was like, I want to show you what we're doing. And at that point, I was like, okay, I think I like this industry. So I carried on through school, and then I stayed in contact. You know, people say stay in touch. I really did.
Oh, good tip there.
Yeah.
I'm listening. Stay into touch.
And I was like, during uni, and I said, oh, can I come back? And I'm like, yeah, why not, between the summers? And I stayed for 7 weeks and did my whole kind of summer holidays. Absolutely loved it, where I got intro to the landlord team. And then I submitted at uni, and I got a LinkedIn message from Kev, who is now my boss. And he was quite simply, do you want to work with us? Like, you'd be great to fit with the team. And I was like, well, yeah. And I remember getting that message being like, oh my God, like, I have a job. And it was, yeah, really cool. But that was through COVID as well. So I studied during COVID. So 2 out of my 3 years were done from home, away from kind of that community. So kind of coming out of COVID and going straight into the working world was a really weird feeling.
Yeah, did that cause problems, or like you just embrace it more, appreciate it more?
Yeah, I think you embrace it because you've kind of done the digital side of kind of pitching, and you've done all of that online. But it does leave you with a bit of like imposter syndrome of, did I earn my degree because I wasn't in the office space, the kind of studio? So I think coming into it, and I knew I could do it, but in my head I was a bit like, can I do it? Like, I should feel like I should be going back to uni because we're out of COVID now, but I'm 21, into the office space environment and a designer. So it was a really weird kind of first year as a graduate to learn the ropes, and I've like let myself feel like I've got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really a cool story.
That's great. Good for your mum getting you in there initially.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and you like didn't almost go that traditional route. You kind of like did connect up, and that's nice. But then also, it's nice that you kind of got in like to the workspace and like connecting people together when you've like suffered, I don't know, through COVID with not being together. So it's kind of bridging those. You see the value, you see the thought you're coming together.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh, that's nice. Wow, what a journey. Yeah, what journey. Yeah, that's quite nice, isn't it? If you've got friends at barbecues.
That's awesome. I know.
No, not the standard journey, but yeah, it showed me quite early on what I wanted to do.
Did you actually know you wanted to study interior design, or did you do it because you were going to Peldon?
No, before that I was doing graphic design, I was doing ICT, so I knew I wanted to do something design led, because kind of the academic side was never my strong suit. And then I kind of went to Peldon, and it really showed me at that age, there is a career in design. It's not kind of seen as a, oh, you're doing design, that's not like a career. This is actually something that is needed in the industry to create workspaces that are people-centered and they care about who's in them. And I was like, okay, I can now do design as a career. I went straight back, I was like, straight into college, and I was like, I'm going to do 3D design, and I'm going to learn workshop stuff, and I'm going to make bits of furniture and keep kind of developing that skill. went in to do interior design at uni, and I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. So I went back and solidated that kind of feeling.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool you got that exposure. You switched from interior design to... What's the sense between interior design and plastic? Because I kind of laugh at me because it's probably huge.
No, well, it's like intertwined, I'd say, but we as strategists are like very much involved at the beginning before a brief may even be captured, and we'll just get in there with the organization, maybe create a vision with them, help them understand what they need and what they want, and then piece together the brief, and that's what we would hand over to our designers.
I see, it's all the piece before.
Yeah, but we're also involved throughout, and yeah, it's...
So what made you do that jump change?
I think I just found that I absolutely loved the client interactions and meeting the people who are going to work in these spaces. And a lot of what we do is like workshops and surveys, and it's like the data gathering, and it's understanding, you know, how they're working now, how they want to work in the future. I just loved it. I just kind of like the chat, to be honest. I like chatting to people. But yeah, I guess, yeah, our teams are really interlinked, and I have a few chats around the office, and there was an opening, and yeah, went for it. It's been cool.
Yeah, because it's nice to be able to move within a... So good about Moser, that global,
Yeah,
and it does so much, doesn't it?
yeah, they were very supportive. I did have to interview still. Yes, of course. It was a bit, yeah, interviewing with people you already know, but yeah, they're very supportive, and I'm, yeah, happy they let me do it.
That's very cool. So going into like the world is going to be shaped by your generation. Massive, right?
If you say so.
Fair too, right? So how are you going to be taking like office design strategy? Like how are your generation going to influence that, change that?
I think so. I've just like speaking to my friends, and not even people in the industry, but like hearing what people are saying and the themes that are coming up. It's like people our age, especially in London, like we're looking to meet people all the time, and it's a hard place to meet people. I think everyone is looking for connection ultimately. Like you see all the run clubs that have been started, and like they're massively popular. And I know I'm now talking about run clubs, and we're meant to be talking about workspace. But I think the theme is like people want to meet people and like get to know them and make connections. So I'm thinking our generation will maybe put pressure on organizations to focus on culture more and like invest in it, and then design spaces that actually encourage, you know, not just interactions, but like deeper connection. So more than the water cooler, I think. That's my take.
The water cooler is so...
It's so...
Lots of years ago.
Yeah, I know. What we now, coffee station.
Yeah, but no, that's cool. I do see it though, like people like Gymshark clothing brand, like totally smashing it in terms of community and building that community, definitely, and wider than them as well. Like
Office is more than an office now. It's not a box you fit into. It's something that has to entice you to stay. And I think what you're saying is emotional. It needs to care about who's in it. It's not just walls that you're in for 8 hours a day. It's something that you want to be in, and you feel it looks after you as much as you're putting in the effort. And I think it's that harmony between, yes, it's 4 walls and a desk, but actually there's so much more to it emotionally that you need to feel productive in the day.
Yeah, definitely would agree.
and outside of work as well, like what you're saying. But how are you in terms of design? How are you implementing that? What does that look like? How will that shape out here?
I think we're looking a lot more at kind of how each space can look after not just one person. We're kind of looking at more like neurodiversity brings up a lot of challenges for certain people in aspects, and how we can design a space that can either be easily adaptable for someone that might be overstimulated, or another space for them that caters. So not just kind of a tea point that has one chair. What if I don't want to sit at a big communal table? Like I know at lunch, I want to put my headphones in, maybe not talk to someone for an hour. And it's like designing around that and making sure you have options. I think that's the biggest key of looking after each individual need.
Definitely.
That is... I don't think any more people are neurodiverse. I just think we know about it. They say the stat of like 20% is, but I was talking to even Kate Sargent about it on the podcast a few weeks ago. She's like, we don't even really know what number is it. It could be 80%. It's just like diagnosed, or we haven't talked about it, so we don't know what to look for in themselves. So that might be indicators of and neurodiverse. And then sort of on the spectrum somewhere, essentially. So we've all got our little quirks and how we design. I think it's I love that topic. Like it's so massive in terms of they're geniuses, aren't they, as well? Like the more I don't know if this is politically correct. The more extreme neurodiverse or if I like or autistic spectrum, they're actually the geniuses, aren't they?
Yeah.
Doing like proper clever stuff.
Yeah. Would agree, yeah.
So like facilitating for them, helping them be productive. Absolute banger. Yeah. That's nice. So we can change the world. I'm ACK. Morning boost.
Yeah. All about communities.
About communities.
Making friends at work.
Yeah.
Crazy idea.
It's kind of yeah. That kind of like cycle, isn't it? Where people met and like dated and like started families and everything all through like what was the most popular thing? Was it through families and churches? And work, and then it all went online, and now we're coming back to circle, aren't we?
Yeah, I have been like there's a few articles about how people are returning to the office. They're coming off the apps and they're returning to the office to meet people, but hopefully to meet particular person.
Yeah.
Because everything's digital, everything's social media, but if you have to come into the office, you're going to increase your chances of bumping into new people. Potentially, Mr. Right.
And another thing I love how is, again, it's not workplace, but I do think it reflects on workplace, is Thursday.com. I mean, that's on a date, but if I was,
that would be the one.
Would be the one. I love how they're doing it in real life events. They're making a massive thing of that. And you think if dating is doing that, like, oh my goodness, like how much more should we be doing that? Do you know, Henley? So now I hope anyone that's listening to this at all for remote working, you're never going to find a partner.
Might, but you might also find them on your way to work or in the office, if that's allowed with your HR, I guess. Yeah, check first.
Yeah, what's the thing that you don't like about the office at the minute? Or the workplace or the whole thing?
I think, because at the moment we're like, there's a couple of us that are kind of really trying to spearhead a new passion into the office, and it's that like opportunity to give that passion in that we want more of. Like we want more of an audience to go, I love sewing, let's bring this to the office. And definitely the last year at Peldon, like we have run clubs, we have sailing outings, like, but it is purely bring who you are and other people will follow. I think we need more of that in the industry, and like connecting between practices as well. Like we're all designers, but actually we're quite siloed away from each other unless we come to events kind of at showrooms. It'd be really cool to kind of get more of an industry social going.
Yeah.
I think that's where I would make a change is.
Networking.
Yeah. Get us in a room together.
Like, not just like broad, like bring yourself to work, but like nitty gritty, deep, bring yourself to work, like into sewing and like owning that, and then like gathering a following.
Yeah.
As stickting.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. I asked a few people in my office, for the themes you were going to talk about today. True strategist style. Got to get a sort of diverse data set.
Did you get a data set yet?
I'm working on it, but I had two really different answers, and one person said he doesn't want to see open plan desks anymore. He thinks been there, done that. It's too repetitive. What about creating more of a landscape? I think you must be doing it with some of your clients. We're doing it with some of ours, but we're still also seeing desks, a lot of desks. So maybe there's space for something new, something more sort of cozy. The idea that you're not just being watched in the office, you can hide away when you come in. I think there's a need, and especially in our generation, we quite like to hide away and be cozy, I guess.
Yeah, I don't remember cozy. And desks aren't very cozy, are they?
They're just, I think we could do better sometimes, Yeah.
I think, challenging how office actually looks now as a younger generation, I think's what's coming across quite strongly.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about this before we started, like your strategies, you're very tenant led. I'm landlord, and it's very what's on the market. We're trying to get that space let. So completely different kind of strategies.
Yeah.
And we're kind of almost trying to challenge the market to say your space will let. Yes, it might look slightly different to what you've seen, but people need this. And it's a tough challenge sometimes, because I think we've all got this idea of an office and what will go in the market. But I think having that leeway, and we have it with a couple of projects we're on, to maybe change the mold slightly, and actually we're seeing results that this is what people need and it's reflected in what we're doing. So it's changing the way offices are looked at.
Yeah.
We need it being like led by people like you, Tia, like saying this is how it needs to look. But then we need the end clients as well, which might be like a slightly older demographic. Not always, but like it can be. But then we need them to consult their team while you're doing what they think is right. Because to be honest, they're like on the way out. They're not going to be in the chair forever.
Yeah.
As much as we love them.
Yeah.
When you're 50, you haven't got as many years left as when you're 20. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully not. I mean,
Well, retirement age is slightly going up.
it's all sounding wrong, but you get, I mean,
Yeah.
that a 20-year-old like has got more years left and nothing happens to them is what I was trying to say.
We get you.
But yeah, so it's about that, isn't it? It's about how can we get those kind of like end clients or occupiers taking the landlord space to actually, this is really, I know it might be quite uncomfortable for you because might not feel productive. It might feel like people are being lazy and we come to work and we're not here to have a cozy chat and like this. I get it, but you might not have much team if you think like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So do you bump across that as a problem? And strategy-wise, I guess you might or not.
What, in terms of
Like you're talking to your clients or something like that. Is that the sort of thing that will crop up? Or?
what, like the door closing? And yeah, I think, well, it's funnily enough, that's another thing one of my colleagues said about what they'd want to change. Because like we're trying to do this more and more, but some clients, once a project's finished, they're happy to leave us. And I think we want to keep the conversation going and adapt and change and like get feedback on what they're doing and evolve it with people. So like hearing how they're using it, not to say we weren't going to get it right first time, but there are always, you can't completely predict what people are going to do and how they're going to use it. So I think we just want to like get in there a bit more and work with them and evolve it with them.
Yeah, and with any luck, if your project is a success, they're going to grow or evolve as business anyways. Yeah, then their space is going to change, right? So it's not even necessarily that you didn't get it right first time. It could be that you got it so right.
Yeah.
That is like, oh my goodness, that now we're just...
sparked a new thing and a new way of working. And yeah, the attendance has shot up and yeah.
It's on a project the other day where they delivered the project and then they went back in afterwards, like 6 months after they did like the whole like kind of valuation and like finding how it's working, and they haven't got enough desks. And it wasn't that they didn't match the brief, it's that people are coming in so much because it's so good, yeah, and it's so productive, it's so nice, it's so enjoyable, and it is very pleasant, sweaty better offices, and they're having to redo more.
That's a success, surely. That's wicked, yeah.
That is so cool because it's not that the design wasn't right in the first place, it was, but it's just like,
Yeah, it's too good, almost.
It's made for you to get out of bed and onto the train,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh,
I think that's a win. We can do that.
The trains are getting busier.
Yeah. I think, yeah, half term, it was lovely. Everyone was away, but now we're back into it. It's getting busy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And hot, as we were saying.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be like super pro office, but that's the one thing is I used to basically have the carriage to myself. But I know that was quite dreamy, wasn't it?
Imagine.
You don't have to, because you're Wimbledon.
Yeah, I'm based local to Wimbledon, so
you just
walk.
That's great.
Yeah.
That is
The dream commute.
That is the dream.
So you're always in 5 days.
Yeah, there is no working from home in our company. Yeah, we are very much what they feel, and I agree, is that we design offices for people and we collaborate, and you can't do that over a screen. You need to be with each other, drawing on a bit of paper together and understanding how something works. I think, like, especially we have an intern program, so we have interns in the office. It's not fair on them for half of us to be working from home. We're there to teach them and to show them what this community is, I guess. You can't work from home. Like, it's just, don't think it works very well.
Yeah.
That is actually something that I think a massive thing. Like, you touched on it really like quickly then. Obviously meant a lot to you, which is great. But I think when you're training and like the next gen who are going to take over our jobs and everything else, how are they going to learn?
Someone's got to teach them.
Someone's going to teach them. And if they can't see how, like, they can't model your behavior, I mean, it's literally like parenting, they're like little gigs, and they can't model your behaviors and like see how you are in front of clients or see how you are with your colleagues and like all those kind of acceptables that you aren't even necessarily physically sitting down training. Like,
But they also teach us a lot. It's the reverse of that, is you not complacent, but you do something and you know what you're doing and you just do it on autopilot. And they come in and they go, why are you doing it like that? What if you do it like this? And then you go, actually, I could do it like that. And they come with so many fresh ideas. They are constantly challenging us. And like, I've been working with one of our interns for the last 2 weeks, and she's actually a graduate, and I was like, look, I want you to take this section of the project and run with it. I'll be here in the background, but run with it. She's like, okay, so you've taught me the process, but why are you doing it like that? Actually, fair point. And I think as much as we give them experience, they actually give a lot of value back.
oh yeah,
So I think you've got to be there.
Yeah.
yeah, but you can't let.
Exactly. That's how I learned, was people being there. So
Yeah. I also do think that younger generation have got much more knowledge now because of like AI podcasts, like books. You can access like TikTok minds of today.
Yeah.
Its data set is just
Love it. ChatGPT, wicked invention.
it was actually.
Yeah. So I don't
Know how.
Yeah, because questions you would usually ask your boss or your senior, you can just ask ChatGPT now. So I'm trying to balance it really, because I want to still keep learning from my peers, but then ChatGPT has answers. But I think you got to do both. Yeah,
You're a proper data set. You'd like treat it as one among.
of course. Yeah, it's just one of any.
I do think though that it's rather than open up loads of Google tabs, you kind of
Then his search engine. Yeah,
yeah, cool. Okay, nice. Well, what I was also going to ask you is what's a mistake you've made, or like something that's got kind of gone wrong, something, a light bulb moment you've had, like talking about it more positively, I guess, that you have like kind of implemented and how you won.
many mistakes along the way, but I guess you got to own them. That's rule number one. And a supportive team will always help you out. Everyone makes mistakes, so I think that's okay.
Oh, totally.
And I guess light bulb moment. It's a cringe one, if you don't mind. Bit of cheese. Just
I'm here for
like lean into personality, I guess. Like when you join as a junior, I think it's quite scary to be your true self, and you're sort of copying your seniors, and you're obviously like learning the way. But I think as soon as you can lean into your personality and bring that to the table, and bring that even to like client meetings, like that's your USP. So if you can start doing that, it will make work more fun and easier as well, because you just speak from what you know. So I think that's something I'm trying to do a bit more, toning back the weirdness a touch when necessary. But yeah, that's my light bulb moment.
no, I agree. I think it's the exact same was what I was going to say, is that your individuality is what makes you you, and how you design. So lean into it. You're not going into a pitch cardboard as a person. That's what they want to see. It's who you are and how you've designed that. Because I think, I mean, it might be wrong, but when you design something, you give a little bit of yourself into it, because you are kind of, feeding off of what you feel is correct and what you feel is right for the space. So you have to pitch it with some love. You kind of have to go in and be like, I think this is it, and this is why, and all of that. And you have to be you to do that. And it sounds a bit silly to say that, but
Bit cringe, yeah.
that clicked with me. And then I was like, right, I can be me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you say it, mate. You say it. You both said it. That might be cringe, but it is a trait of your generation that's really, really cool. That older people and myself included have tried to be somebody because that's what the world needs, or that's what the corporate ladder needs, or that's what the something wants from you. And whereas the younger generation are much better at embracing themselves and like, yeah, I'm a bit weird there and I can't do that, and kind of happy just to say that that's not me. But I'm over here sewing, so if you need me, just like, here's my number. And I think that is something that we're gonna have to I totally embrace, like, we can learn from that as an older generation, which is, I'm putting myself in this as because I feel like wrong to be putting myself in like the Gen Z bracket because I'm not. So yeah, I'm thinking like, yeah, there's a two-way, there's a learning there, but also thinking about how we can, it goes back to the community thing really, about how we can facilitate that and kind of encourage it, because people should, it's quite easy to maybe feel like you're judged. I mean, this is how I feel, but like the culture shouldn't allow for that. The workspace design shouldn't allow for that. It should kind of
Yeah.
bring a weird you.
Yeah. Did you find that early days in your career? Were you
Yeah.
more of a timid guy?
Yeah, very
Really? Yeah.
timid, really underconfident,
Yeah.
and definitely you're like very much judged on age, and like you had to do a certain way and do a certain thing. But it wasn't until I embraced who I was,
Yeah.
and like kind of, I'm rubbish at, like, I'm never going to be a finance person, but I probably could do creative, that I then got somewhere. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So yeah, my experience is the same, but it was kind of really strange back in the then.
Yeah. It's just a confidence thing, isn't it? I think everyone's a little nervous when they start out, and yeah, I guess that makes sense because you know a lot less. But yeah, as soon as you can start feeling confident and being yourself, it does get easier. And still make mistakes, obviously. You're not gonna be perfect, but yeah.
I did actually have a really cool comment from someone on the podcast where he said, if you're not suffering from imposter syndrome, you're not pushing your creative boundaries enough.
Doing it right.
So you need to, you should be like double checking yourself, thinking, help if I've gone too far, because otherwise you're not.
Yeah.
So that's quite cool, isn't it? So then I'm like, right,
Yeah. I like that.
yeah, so that works. But is there a book or a podcast that you recommend that you get a good insight from or inspiration?
Maybe not a work one, but I've got another for you. Mel Robbins' Let Them Theory. It's a banger. It's a good one. It's just about sort of, yeah, letting people do whatever they need to do, like let go of control, just focus on what you need to do. And it's freeing. It's great. Really recommend it.
And I love Mel Robbins.
Yeah.
And I also love Let Me.
Oh,
Have you seen that?
no, I haven't.
And okay, to be able to go, one for you. Yeah, it's one. She's just like, okay, and now let me.
Okay, I like it.
And it's really good, really helpful.
These are both on my list.
Yeah.
Like before you said that, I was like, oh, I should have read it.
No, it's good.
Mine is a little bit cheesy, and I'm going to butcher it. It's The Boy, the Fox, the Mole, and the Horse, or possibly the wrong way round, but it's those four. And we'll have to Google it after this because I can't remember. But it's an illustration book, and it shows a journey of a boy that's going through when he meets a horse and a mole, whatever. But it's like the journey of how you go from being on your own to being in a team. And I think that resonates with, I think a lot of us coming into the industry, you kind of start on your own as a grad and you really build who you are as a team. I just find it resonates a lot with kind of the journey I think we're all on at the moment.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah.
Well, I've never even heard.
You'll have seen it.
They did a movie at Christmas as well.
Yeah.
You can read it in 10 minutes. It's an illustration book, but there's a lovely meaning behind it.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love the illustration book?
And a 10-minute read, easy. Love it.
Life hack in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Who's not for
perfect.
that?
More of that, I think.
Great. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Massive congratulations on the Mix 30 under 30.
Thanks for having us.
And it's for sharing how world's going to evolve under your management.
I hope so. Thank you.
You're very
Thanks,
welcome.
guys.
Thank you.